Hi everybody, welcome to Push Your Luck video. My name is Eric. Now, the contest that I've been running for the past month is now officially over, and we have already chosen the winner, and I've already contacted him via email. So he'll let me know what games he has chosen using the voucher to buy from Fun and Games, a games website. So thank you all for participating in the contest. Yeah, your support means a lot to me, and do not worry if you did not win this time. There'll be much more contests in the future. So keep your eye out on this YouTube channel for more contest details coming up soon. So before we begin this video review, I'd like to thank Fun Again Games for putting Push Your Luck video as part of their affiliate program. So when you go to Fun Again Games website to buy games, you can put our code PULV, that's PULV or Papa Ultra Lima Virgo, into the affiliate code when you check out, and it will send some little bit our way, and every little bit counts. It helps. It will definitely help me to improve the video editing and the equipment that we need to use for Push Your Luck videos. So thank you very much if you do go to Push Your Luck, to Fun Again Games website and put in our code. So now on to the video review. Today I'm looking at Broom Service, the card game. Now Broom Service, the card game, came out in 2016. It plays 3 to 6 players, and it takes about 20 to 30 minutes to play. It is by designers Andreas Pelikan and Alexander Feister, alright, by art Vincent Dutre. Now this is the same team that also brought you Broom Service, the board game itself, which came out in 2015, if I'm not wrong. Alright, the card game version of the board. This is the card game version of the board game. So the card game version of the board game plays pretty much very similar to the board game version. It just takes the essence of the Brave Witch, the Cowardly Witch, that mechanism, and just condense it into a card game format. It does omit some of the. That's my dog shaking. It does omit some of the other stuff that you find in a board game, other mechanisms you find in a board game version, like the clouds and the magic wands and stuff like that. But if you felt that the board game version was too intense and too much for you, then I would recommend you to check out the card game version. So let's take a look at the components of the game, how to play the game, and then we go to my thoughts about the game. Alright, so this is what you get in the box of Broom Service, the card game. It's all cards. Well, as the name suggests, it's all cards. So there's no surprise there. The cards are pretty okay quality. Alright, and they're also a bit, I think, like the mini USA card sleeve size. Right, so this is my hand in comparison, and yeah, so this the artwork is gorgeous, as you would come to expect from Vincent Dutre's artworks. Is really very nice to look at. All right, and yeah, so that's all there is much to say about the components. It does come with Broom Service board game expansion. So if you have the Broom Service, the board game, it comes with these cards that you can add to your board game to play it as well for the board game. Alright, so that's kind of cool. But if you do not have, well, this might inspire you to actually go and get the board game itself and then add this to it. I haven't played it myself yet, so I can't really comment on how it adds to the gameplay. Alright, so the rest of the components are all for Broom Service, the card game itself. Now, there are all these player aids, which are very helpful because they tell you what cards to set up for the number of players that you have, as well as the number of cards each player will have. So if you see for 3 players, alright, you'll be playing with cards number 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, and 18, and each player will get 17 cards in their hand. And then you see that if you play with 6 players, then you see there's so many different types of which cards to play, and each player will get a fewer number of cards. On the flip side of this, player 8, it also shows you the scoring. So at the end of the game, depending on how many potions you get number of points. So like if you have 6 potions here, alright, you get 6 points at the end of the game. Alright, so this is a very handy card, which every player will have one. There are also objective cards. So these are the objective cards, and they vary depending on the number of players that you have. So for example, like for this card, this will only come out when there's 6 players. So what happens is you take all the cards that correspond to the number of players, alright, and then you shuffle them, and then you draw 3 and place it on the table itself. Alright, so these 3 will be the 3 objectives that will be played for this game. and then the rest you just place aside face up like this. So you see the 5 pointer here. So what do these objective cards means? This means that if at the end of a turn, if you have at least 2 green potions, 2 red potions, and 4 white potions in front of you, then you can claim this objective card. Alright, and each objective card will give you 5 points at the end of the game. Now, multiple players can claim the same objective cards during that turn. What happens is if I claim this, I'll put it in front of me, then the other players who have also claimed this, they'll just take one of the 5 pointer cards from the remaining stack and just put it in front of them. Right, this is to indicate that you have 5 points. So how do you play the game? Now, at the start of the game, after you have determined how many of the decks are required for your game, you shuffle all the cards together, and then you deal that amount of cards to each player. It's dependent on the number of players that you have as well. So you see these are the cards. Now the cards will have 2 sides. One is the brave side. So this is the brave side. You can also see that there's this funny wild looking potion. This is not actually a wild potion, it's a brave potion. So it's only awarded if you successfully played a witch card as a brave. Then there's also the cowardly side, which will give you fewer potions. So you can see that if I'm brave, I get 2 of these grey potions as well as 1 brave potion. If I'm not, I only get 1 brave potion. So at the start of the game as well, each player will also have 1 card face up in front of them in a cowardly position, like so. So after the start player will then look at a hand of cards and choose three different cards, 3 different wish cards to play, and put them in front of them. So I chose this one, I chose this one, and I will choose this one. So I choose this 3. Alright, I'll put them face down in front of me. So once all players have already decided, then the starting player will look at the 3 cards they have chosen and choose one of the cards, and then decide whether to play it brave or cowardly. So if I decide to play brave, I'll put it in front of me like this. I play this brave. I'm a brave purple witch, for example. Now in turn order, each other players, if they've chosen the same number 14 card or the purple witch in their set of 3, then they must now play it as well. And then they will decide whether they want to be brave or cowardly. So for example, if the player on my left has also chosen the purple 14, now they'll decide whether they want to be brave or cowardly. So let's say this purple player wants to be brave. So I am the brave purple witch. In this case, all previous players who have played a brave purple witch for that round will now take this card and put it back into their deck. Okay, all right. If let's say the next player, he doesn't want to risk it, this player plays I am the cowardly purple witch. All right, and that's fine. So as long as there's only 1 brave purple witch on the tableau for that round, all right, that's fine. Whoever is the last to play the brave purple witch will now start the next round. So this player will now need to play a new card from their hand. This card that you just played will now get added to your tableau. So let's say, for example, I played this cowardly. I'll now add it to my tableau like so. So now I have 1 green and 1 purple, whereas this player will have 2 purples and 1 brave potion. And now this player will start. So this player may play another card from their hand, from the 2 remaining cards that they have on their part of the tree. Then they'll just play the next one, either brave or cowardly. And this begins until all players have played all 3 cards. Now there might come a time where a player is the only one left because the player chose 3 different cards or 2 different cards from all the other players, and that's fine. That player just continue playing. So it means that player, if you're the last one, you could potentially have 3 or 2 brave wishes during that one particular round. So that's all. That's because you managed to guess what our opponents are doing, and you don't want to be on the same card as them. All right. So that means it allows you to get away with a lot of potions. And yeah, so that's the game. When the game ends, when all the cards have been played, so when you're done, you will draw 3 cards from the deck again. And at the end of this match, you draw 3 cards from hand again, and then you choose another 3, and then you begin again and begin again. So yeah, and when the game has ended, then you look at how many potions you have, and you look at the scoring. Right, for each potion that you have, you look at the number and score. For each brave potion that you have as well, you also will not for each, for the total number of brave potions that you have, you also look at the scoring board here and you score. And then for each objective is completed, you also get 5 points as well. And then whoever has the most points will win the game. So that's the gist of how you play Broom Service, the card game. Let's go to my thoughts about the card game. So that's how you play the game Broom Service, the card game. So what do you think of the game? I like it quite a lot. It takes the meat of the board game version, which is the bring the brave witch or bring the cowardly witch, or whether I want to take the risk and be the brave witch, or whether I actually know my opponents and know what they're going to play so that I can be assured that I can be the brave witch and get more than what my opponents does. So it takes that meaty part of the game and bring it up to the top. All right. So definitely, if you prefer something a bit lighter, where you think that you're trying to introduce this mechanism to new players who have never played Broom Service before, Broom Service, the card game, will be the good introduction for them to get used to the mindset that, okay, I need to guess what my opponents are trying to do. I want to be brave, or I want to be cowardly. Once they get into that and they like it, then you can introduce them to Broom Service, the board game. So the Broom Service, the board game, definitely has more things going on for it. It's a bit of a movement, there's area control and stuff for that. But if you want them to feel just the essence of it, you can go for Broom Service, a card game. Otherwise, both games, the board game and the card game version, I feel that they do have a space in your library. This is a small form, it's easy to keep, it's not too difficult to keep in your library as well. So yeah, so that's my thoughts about Broom Service, a card game. It definitely brings out the essence of it. It's still definitely lighter than the board game version, but both will still have a place in your library. So for me, Broom Service, the card game, I recommend it. Alright, I'll put a link in this video as well to where you can buy it on Fun Again Games. And thank you so much, Ravensburger, for this review copy. Thank you so much for watching as well. Do subscribe to me. Thanks, bye!